Hello dear students, welcome to the hydraulics lab. Today we are going to discuss another new experiment, and the name of the experiment is to determine the loss coefficient due to the bends in the pipe. The experiment is in the line with the minor losses that we have done in the last time. Last time we have done for the minor losses in the sudden expansion and contraction case. In this time we will do the head losses due to the bends in the pipe. Bends are of different types. It can be a 90-degree bend, it can be small radius bends, or it can be large radius bends. I will show you all the different bends in the pipe and how to calculate the loss coefficient. The expression is very simple, the methodology is very simple. What we do, we actually use the formula HL is equal to K into V square upon 2G. This head loss is actually a head loss between any two bends, any bend. For example, if we have any 90-degree bend, we have set up two piezometers across that bend, and we note down the reading of the piezometer. The difference will give you the head loss directly. This head loss can be equated to the expression K into V square upon 2G. What is this V? V is Q upon A, and this K is actually what? K is the loss coefficient that we are in position to find out. So the experiment is very simple, you do not to worry at all. I will show you all the experimental setup. If you can quickly see the experimental setup, this is our pipe network. So this pipe network is, you can see, this is an inlet, and it is passing through a 90-degree bend. Okay, so this is the 90-degree bend that we are focusing upon. Now the water will move from this inlet through and traverse this pipe throughout this pipe, and this is an outlet. This at an outlet we have used a control valve that is used to alter the discharge. So all the discharge value will be altered from here. For a particular set of discharge, we will take up the piezometer readings. I will show you what are the piezometer readings. Just quickly revise what are the different bends. This is a 90-degree bend, you all can see, and this is a small radius bend. So this is a small radius bend, and you can see here this is a large radius bend, that is water when passes through this pipe, and here again you can see this is an outlet. If I can show you the picture from behind this apparatus, how you can see how the piezometers are arranged. You all see that water is coming from that inlet. Okay, I will show you the inlet. So water is coming from this position, water is coming and it is entering to this point. This is an inlet point, and this is the exit point. Here the water is getting, and we are measuring the discharge through that pipe. You all can see that different piezometers are attached to the different locations. What are those locations? I will just tell you in a couple of minutes. You can see the different locations. This is a location of, you can say, a large radius bend, and this is a position of a small radius bend. So two piezometers are attached there, small radius bend. So if you all can see the experimental setup, we have drawn here a line diagram. The line diagram is drawn here. So you all can see this is actually an inlet point. So water is coming from here. So this is the inlet point, and water is traversing to this path. This is the 90-degree bend. You all can see it is written here 90-degree bend. So this is the 90-degree bend. Water is traveling through this point. This is a small radius bend. The radius of this is 12.5 mm. Then it has traversed to a large cross section area. So this is from sudden expansion case. Then water traverses, then again it contracts to this. This is a case of sudden contraction. Then this is actually a large radius bend. So you can see this is the large radius bend written here, and the dia of this the radius is 53.4 mm. Now again it traverses to a part, and this is the control volume that is here, it is shown here. So this is the same control volume, you all can see. Then this is the exit point. Through this exit point we measure the discharge by collecting the water volume and in per unit time. So this will get the discharge value. You all see this is the important point here, that at different bend location we have the piezometer attached. Piezo number 1, 2 written. Then here it is written piezo number 3 and 4. Then here it is written piezo number 9 and 10. So across all those bends that are point of concern, 90-degree bend, small radius bend and large radius bend, we have the piezometer set 1, 2, 3, 4 and 9, 10 respectively. So this is, you all can see how the piezometers are arranged. So this is the piezometer numbering, you all can see. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So our point of concern is piezo number 1, 2, piezometer number 3 and 4 and piezometer number 9 and 10. We will tell you the readings. I will do one thing. I will keep you the discharge value. I will give you the discharge value for one set of reading, and at the end you will just find out the head loss. So head loss will be calculated by using the piezometer difference. This will be equal to K into V square upon 2G. Okay. This K is actually a point of concern known as loss coefficient. This is we need to find out loss coefficient. This V can be calculated by Q upon A formula. So you know V, you know G, you know head loss. So you can find the K for every discharge value. Now this K will be corresponding to three bends. One will be 90-degree bends, another will be the small radius bend, and another third will be the large radius bend. So what happened? You will have the K value for each 90-degree bends also, small radius and large radius. At the end what you will do? You will plot the graph between K and the Reynolds number. So the graph between K and Reynolds number will be drawn for each bends. So in all together you will be having the three graphs, and each graphs will be for the different set of discharges. For example, if you are focusing on 90-degree bend, so we will take 6 set of readings, means we have 6 different discharges, we have 6 different head losses for 90-degree bend, and we have 6 K values. So for each K values you will be having corresponding Reynolds number also. So you plot the graph between K and Reynolds number. I will give you better explanation in the class also when we will meet together in the Google Classroom or Google Meet. Hope the video is very clear. You just focus on the video and you will get to know the method, how to perform the experiment and how to calculate the complete the Excel calculations. Hope I am clear with this video. Thank you. Have a good day.